So you are going to start with some quinoa. This is probably about a cupful, and definitely soak it for around 4 hours if possible. If anything, rinse it because you want to rinse off something called saponin, which makes it taste bitter. So if you guys can tell, this water is like really yellow, and so saponin's a naturally occurring substance, so it just so happens to be on quinoa. It makes it kind of bitter at taste unless you soak it. This also helps it better to break down. So after you've rinsed your quinoa and put it on the stove with fresh water, you prep your lacinato kale. You can use other, like the traditional kale, but I prefer this. Purple onion, and then you have cucumber. So the secret with this kale and why I like working with it is that literally all you do is just pinch right there, and then you pull down, discard this part, and then keep this to cut. So I prep my vegetables. Usually I use Kalamata olives or black olives, but all I have are green olives, so those will do, as will any other vegetable your little heart desires. And now I'm going to prep my kale even more. One common thing I hear are that people don't like kale, and I think people just aren't prepping it properly. This is really fibrous. It's really hard to chew. It's not very palatable, and it's really hard to digest unless you chew. What you want to do is break down the fiber in the kale, making it much easier to chew, making it a lot silkier in texture, and making it just tastier, honestly. And how you do that is either with lemon juice, something acidic. Why I prefer apple cider vinegar is because it ends up being kind of the base for the dressing. So you're just going to kind of drizzle it on here, and then you're going to massage your kale so it will shrink a lot. So the next frame you'll see is very, very small. And what I mean by massaging your kale is literally just doing this. And I don't think I might add a little bit more, and if it's a little bit resistant, then yeah, definitely add a little bit more lemon juice, lime juice, or your apple cider vinegar. So as you can see, this has shrunk down a ton in the bowl. Again, a lot silkier, a lot easier to chew, a lot easier to digest, and particularly since we've added that apple cider vinegar, which is a good probiotic. I was cutting all of this up, the quinoa, after it was complete, and you'll know it's done when obviously the water's absorbed and then like those little tails come off the side of it. I chilled this, so I actually put it in the freezer so that it would cool down really fast. So again, since I already added apple cider vinegar and I added about another tablespoon of what you guys saw me drizzle in, all I'm going to use for the dressing is extra virgin olive oil, garlic, salt, and pepper. Again, you can add more seasoning if you like. So you marry all the ingredients together, and remember, it's really fun to customize these, so switch it up every once in a while with some like slivered almonds or feta cheese or goat cheese. Hard-boiled egg is really good, and then you can also play up the different seasonings.